on this really calm, cool evening here this September. It's kind of interesting when you think about the beauty of a landscape and look at the canopy of stars and really the inspiration that comes with art and creating things. That's kind of where I'm going with it. Um, when I look at the deeper things of God and the deeper things of humanity and life and the people in our homes and what goes on in our experience in life. Like, there's this verse, or I think a saying I want to say, that it's called, um, we're spiritual beings having a human experience. I guess I don't want to take it too far because I just think it's too deep to go down that road. On the surface, when you see there are things happening around us or experiences we're having, to share the experience, strength, and hope is not unusual. It's part of being in the 12-step program. We can understand the depth of our experiences by keeping it simple, because I know if it gets too convoluted, it becomes more, well, not to be passive at all, but it's hard to put words to it. So getting right to the point is some things that we've gone through the last couple months and couple years, and I notice the dangers that we face when we are not really addressing what we really want to address. And one of my primary concerns is obviously the safe issues that are help us make us feel safer. And one of the things I'm concerned about greatly, for obvious reasons, is how we interact with one another and how we discuss concerns. Like, my first initial concern is like, what's going on at home, what's going on with family, what how do we make a connection here, like, other than just going on YouTube and talking about something. I could send a video. Like, there's a lot more going on here that I don't know about. I'm not even really sure what to say about the smoking. I'm not sure what to say about these things because I know they're my vices. So obviously those things are like kind of they're topics that matter. So getting right to it, I mean, just to be straight, when I walk home, I'm like wondering what the heck happened to my family. Like, how do we connect again and talk about something like when there's an emergency? Like, how do we get to that point again that we can talk about what really does matter? Like, if there's a safety matter or concern, because I don't want to spend my time doing YouTube videos, and I don't want to really do all that. Like, I want to get past a lot of this stuff. Like, there's got to be some things we can talk about that can get right to the point and be direct. And instead of like trying to find words for all this, I don't want to do that. The idea behind art and therapy, like the idea behind that, is get past whatever it is and use it towards an occupation. And when we go to occupational therapy, like to get into OVR, to get back into school, the idea is not to focus so much and dwell on all these other problems. That's not the point. We got to get back to school. We have a family of our own. And my brothers and sisters don't really share the same connection with other people because we we have things going on at home that are personal to us. So I try to keep it real simple. I don't want to get into all the deep stuff because I'm not even sure if it would be appropriate to do that. So, I mean, unless I talk to family and things like that, overall, there are some things going on around us, though. And when I think of the buffet and some things that we've been doing, since I came up here from, North Carolina, the story about Bentley Miller, it's hitting on. Oh, first of all, this is going to hit on every issue regarding children and drugs and things like that. And all that aside, I'm trying to focus on what a little boy has gone through and the experiences we have as families and how to remember Bentley right now. Like, how do we create a memorial and have community and even a garden club, which I would willing to see if we could deploy the garden club from New Jersey, because we have neighbors from New Jersey, and um, how we can remember Bentley though. He was 5 years old when he died, and his mother was there, and she's really the last one that really was there, and all he knew was drugs and a lot of bad people around him. And I don't know if any of you can relate to what's going on with kids and families, and I don't know where to start this conversation. I just know this: there's got to be a way that we can have a small little memorial for Bentley and kids like this. There are a lot of kids out here. This would be an opportunity for us to talk, and I don't know how to start that conversation. I just know that maybe getting past some of the stuff that we're going through. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of where I'm at. And I'm sorry if it's a blacked out screen because it's dark out and it's quiet. And Jim actually said, I just want us to be able to talk about something and pull away from all this stuff that's going on around us so that we can talk about what really matters to all of us. Each of us have different a set of concerns that matter to each of us. And I hope that each of us can come away with different things. We can identify some of the concerns just by looking around our neighborhood, around our house and our properties. And I live in an apartment by myself right here. And why I share these experiences, because I know they matter. And when I'm around people that have family issues or issues like this, first thing I want to think of is like my nieces. Like, how do we create a better environment? How do we create a better experience? There's some things here that I've tried to do on my own, but overall, there are things I would like to do with my family. That I would like to go to I would like my family and I to go out to see the horses again and do some photography. And I would like to get out and do the things that we like to do. And I like to have a bonfire, and there's some things I want to do. I think it would be fun. And there's things I think we need to do as a family just to be a family. Basically, that's it. And I think that's a great idea. Because there are things that are going on around us in our neighborhoods and our community. We need to be able to get back into a routine and sleep and get into napping and a schedule that we can all agree to, especially when there's issues going on. And let me say this: as I'm applying work experiences, I would apply all that too. So at work, the function at work would be no different at home. Like, you want to shut your brain off when you go home from work, but I'm going to apply some things that are going on overall security. If somebody has security issues, you got to have a backup or on-call person, because we have little kids around. And the whole deal is, whenever somebody makes decisions, we got to do it as a group. And in the meetings, they call it a group conscience. So to me, it would be no different than a group conscience. I'm not saying you run your home like an AA meeting, but I mean, to me, just having a conversation with the kids, their family, relatives, like what the kids could be doing is drawing pictures or getting ready for pumpkins and things like that. These are things that families do. And we haven't really been involved in anything. And we have had missing furniture. And I don't see my sister Lauren that much. I don't see Monica that much. They're going to pumpkin patches. They're going out picnicking. And I'm sitting here spending all this time trying to understand what's going on. And to be honest with you, connecting with families, what it's really about. I used to go to football games. We used to go out to eat. We used to go to movies. We used to go out to dinner. And all that started to change when I got assaulted. And I'm asking some basic questions like, I need to get out and do things. Like, I had surgery, but that doesn't mean I stopped living. I mean, I had surgery and I might have blacked out, but that doesn't mean that I surrendered my vehicle. And I blacked out. I might have some issues medically, but I like to get out and do things and hang out with my friends, whatever friends I have on Facebook or around here. I mean, coming back up here, it's hard to reconnect again. So I'm trying to get connected again and hang out and do things. And there's football games to go to. On Friday night, it'd be nice to get some friends together, go out, just to go out and just kind of connect again. And losing that connection, that's kind of what's going on. And these experiences, I don't know if anyone can relate. If you want to share your comments, if you're from the area, it's really a misty, foggy night right now. It's Yom Kippur. I don't know. Maybe some issues will come up with religion. I'm not a very religious person, but I acknowledge these things, and I want to see if we can get into a habit of talking and kind of like get past some of the stuff that's going on so that we can go out and do stuff. It's really about going. I love going to thrift stores. I love going to consignment shopping, especially going up in Valant. I love having fun. I like going out and having an enjoyable time. And if somebody were around that I can do those things with, that's what I would like to do. I don't want to make a big deal out of this, but there's just little things that get in the way. And once you get past all that stuff, it's nice to just get out, go do something nice, have some fun, ice cream, coffee. These are things we like to do. All this other stuff that goes on, it gets in the way of having fun. And our family likes to get out. We have like marathons. We like going. We like to. I mean, again, it's a consignment shop. I mean, I know we've had some issues with the car issue, and there's some things that we need to work out. But overall, it's a beautiful night. It's a moonlit night, and that's the whole reason we started the platform that we have. And this whole thing with the fire issue and all these things that we have to work out. I mean, as long as there's a fire going and it's a quiet night and it's a relaxing evening, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, as long as nobody's doing anything to hurt others or hurt anyone, I mean, we can relatively have an enjoyable night. But as far as like the things that are going on here, when my nephew, his best friend died when he was a little boy. So there are issues that come up about the wake and some things that will come up about the fire with the kids and how to talk to the kids about fire safety and things that matter. But overall, I mean, when I talk about my nephew, I'm talking about Tyler, and I'm talking about the things that we like to do, like going to the pool and just being silly. So signing up for the YMCA is not far-fetched. Going to golf is not far-fetched. Just getting out and being a family again, that's the idea. And saving money is one thing, but we need to get out and be a family. And that's basically what we need to do. It's nice to get back to what we were doing before Jordan's car accident. And we have a life, and Jordan has a life, and it's time for us to get out and do some things, to get out and do some living. Basically, we don't need to be caught up in what goes on at home. There's too much going on, and we need to get back into just doing what we like to do. And that's basically it. These are some experiences I've just wanted to share. Pretty simple.